And has there been family violence in the past between you and the mother?
Yes.
And will you explain in your words the most recent incident that occurred?
Uh, I brought the kids some Pampers and wipes and stuff, dropping them off. We had a little argument. I was walking out the room. She swung on me, and then I just looked down, noticed I was bleeding from my stomach. I stumbled out the house and, went to the hospital, went to jail, all that.
We're
Guys, today we are going to witness shocking testimony. A father describes a violent attack that left him bleeding.
we're here on a suit affecting the parent-child relationship with an acknowledgement of paternities. Um, Neither parent has been personally served, so I just asked the court to take judicial notice that both are present today.
So noted.
And we have a partial agreement. So I'll read the agreements into the record first. The parties agree that there has been prior family violence between them. There was the last incident was in June 2025. They're both in agreement to have a mutual non-disclosure. Miss Wines will be, the parents agree to be as sole managing conservators, with Miss Wines being the managing conservator to designate the primary residence of the children. Mr. McWilliams is currently employed and he makes $4,206 a month gross. Health insurance is available through Miss Wines and her employer, and it costs her $177 per month. Additionally, Miss Wines will designate the children's primary residence in Dallas or a contiguous county, and they're in agreement for Mr. McWilliams to have a standard possession schedule with the children. Child support and retroactive child support is contested, however. So I'll call the mother, Miss Wines. Ma'am, will you state your name?
Michaela Lawrence,
And what's the names of the children on this case?
Corey McWilliams, and Zachariah McWilliams.
And how old are they?
I have a 1 and a 2-year-old.
And when each child was born, did Mr. McWilliams sign a document stating that he's the biological father?
Yes,
Did you hear those agreed terms that I just read out?
yes,
And as to those specific terms, are you still in agreement?
yes, I am.
And can you explain the most recent family violence incident that occurred between you and the father?
During visitation, me and him got into a verbal dispute and put our hands on each other, and I ended up grabbing a knife and stabbing him with it.
And were the police called out?
Yes,
And were either one of you arrested?
he was.
Okay. Are there any charges pending?
No,
Do you know if the case is still open?
no, I do not.
Okay. And do you have any protective order or restraining order stating Mr. McWilliams can't be around you or the children?
No,
And have there been any other past instances of family violence?
yes,
And are those instances physical violence between the two of you?
yes.
And were police called out for those?
Once, and they came. Well, he called police on me, and when they came and seen I was the one beat up pretty much, they just put out a warrant for his arrest.
Okay. And do you know if he's ever been charged with any family violence charges
Yes.
against you?
No, not against me, but against him. Yes.
Well, so he's been charged with family violence that he committed against you.
Yes.
Okay. But you don't know if anything is still pending in criminal court?
No, nothing should be pending that I know of. No.
Okay. And you're okay with Mr. McWilliams having a standard visitation schedule with the children?
Yes.
And with a mutual non-disclosure, is there an exchange location that you would request for exchanges?
Um for him to pick them up from daycare, that way we don't have to kind of just like argue on who's getting who, what time, or anything like that. He can pick them up from daycare and drop them off at daycare. That can be the mutual, or my parents' house, or his aunt's house, his grandma's house. We have family that we can, but daycare is the most common because he's on there documentation. I'm on that documentation.
Okay, so if the kids are not in daycare for some reason and it's his turn to pick them up, is there a different location you would suggest?
Uh, he can do my mom's house, or he can do my mom's house, or wherever he would like for me to meet him at. I'm okay with that.
Okay. And then with the mutual non-disclosure, would you be in agreement to download app close? That way you can talk to Mr. McWilliams through that app regarding the children.
Yes, I'm okay with him. We've been communicating. I'm okay with communicating. We hardly talk, and when we do, it's brief. So,
So you're okay with him having your phone number?
yeah,
Does he have your current address?
yes,
And if you were to move tomorrow, do you have safety concerns if he has your new address?
no,
Okay. So you are okay without a non-disclosure, meaning all your contact information will be printed in the court order, and if anything changes, you would be required to update it.
yes,
Okay. And you carry insurance for the children through your employer?
yes,
And are you requesting any medical support reimbursement from Mr. McWilliams?
yes,
And it costs you $177 per month for their coverage, is that right?
yes.
Okay. One second. Okay, so if the father pays 177 in medical support, I calculated child support for two children at $807 each month. Are you in agreement with that?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. And are you requesting retroactive child support for the last 8 months
8 months
for back child support?
for the time we weren't living together.
Yes. Are you requesting any back child support for the time you were not living together?
Yes.
And that was a total of 8 months, is that right?
No, we haven't. We didn't live together the first year of the first. We haven't lived together the first year of the oldest one, Corey's life. We only lived together since the kids been born for 8 months, about 8, 9 months.
Okay, so the child Corey was born in December of 2022. At that point, were you living together?
No,
Okay, and then up until your second child was born in October of 2023, did you ever live together?
no.
Okay, so what were the months that you did
I
live
stayed
together?
at home. We moved into an apartment June 2nd of 2024. He left the apartment in May of 2025.
So from June 2024 through May 2025, you were living together.
Yes,
Okay. Okay, and those months where you were not living together, did he provide you any support for the children?
as much as he could.
And how much would that add up to?
They weren't in daycare or anything, so he didn't pay anything but just help with like diapers occasionally and milk. So maybe the can of milk will last for 2 weeks. That was $40. The Pampers itself was $40. So maybe half of everything he helped with up until we moved together.
And so how much in total, like a dollar amount, do you think that would be?
Give me 1 second. From the whole time we weren't living together.
Right.
I mean, he helped with probably up to, I can't even really calculate it. We paid $40 for milk every 2 weeks or every week, which would be 4 weeks in a month, which was like 160 a month on milk. We split that in half, so maybe $80 a month each on milk. Um, plus the Pampers was 44. 88 plus.
The father fires back, challenging the $807 demand and defending himself. He claims daycare costs already drain him and pleads for fairness.
So maybe like every month he was helping with like $168 on the child expenses, but they weren't in daycare or anything like that. They stayed with me or they stayed with his aunt who will watch them, or he will watch them when I was at work. So like $168 a month.
Okay. And after you guys split up after living together, were the kids in daycare at that point? And
Yes, they went to daycare. They started daycare June
and was
2nd.
he paying for some of the daycare?
He will pay 160 every week. That's half daycare.
Okay. Is there anything else you want the court to know about your case?
No,
Okay, I'll pass the witness.
just more so the agreement of everything. Okay.
The state calls the father. Sir, will you state your name?
Like William?
And Mr. McWilliams, when each child was born, did you sign a document stating that you're the biological father?
Yes.
Okay. And are you in agreement for the court to appoint sole managing conservators with you as the possessory conservator, meaning that Miss Wines will make decisions for the children?
Yes.
And has there been family violence in the past between you and the mother?
Yes.
And will you explain in your words the most recent incident that occurred?
I have like June 9th.
And what happened?
Uh, I brought the kids some pampers and wipes and stuff, dropping them off. We had a little argument. I was walking out the room. She swung on me, and then I just looked down, noticed I was bleeding from my stomach. I stumbled out the house and, went to the hospital, went to jail, all that.
So you were arrested.
Yeah.
Are there any current criminal charges pending against you?
I got a misdemeanor right now, but they saying I don't know what they're gonna do with it. I haven't had no court date yet.
Is that in relation to domestic violence between you and Miss Wines, or is that something else?
Between me and her.
Okay. Are there any protective orders or restraining orders stating that you cannot be around her or the children?
Nah.
Okay. And there's been other instances of family violence in the past?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, do you have any safety concerns with your address or your phone number being printed in the court order?
No.
And does she know your current address?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you were to move tomorrow to a new address, you'd be required to give it to her. Do you feel comfortable doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you in agreement with Miss Wines carrying the health insurance for the children?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you in agreement to have a standard possession schedule with the children where you have every first, third, and fifth weekend of the month?
Yeah.
And are you currently employed making $4,200 per month gross?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have any other children?
Yes, I have my oldest daughter, 5.
Okay. And is she your biological child?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And does she live with you or the other parent?
No, she live with her mom.
And you pay child support for that child?
No.
Okay. Let's see. And so I've calculated medical support at 177 per month. Do you agree or disagree with that amount?
Did I have to pay?
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. And I calculated child support at 807 per month. Do you agree or disagree with that amount?
Disagree.
And can you explain why you disagree?
because I'm paying that daycare and like I feel like 800 too much.
Is there a specific amount that you would want the child support to be set at?
Like some reason with like four something, 4, 5.
Okay, and the daycare you pay 160 per week, is that correct?
Mm-hmm. And I pay like 600 for them to start.
Okay.
No, you didn't.
And let's see. When your oldest child was born in December of 2022, were you and the mother living together?
No,
And when your second child was born in October of 2023, were you living together at that point?
no.
And so is it correct that you guys started living together in June 2024?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a
Yes,
yes?
yeah, that's correct.
Okay. And then you guys split up in May of 2025?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Um, and so those months where you were not living together, did you provide any financial support to Miss Wines?
Yes.
If you had to estimate a specific dollar amount that you provided, what would that number be?
Mm, I don't know. I ain't keep count. She need every time she texts my Navy Federal, I send her money every week for the daycare. She needs some pampers. I send it to her on my Navy Federal account. So I don't know. I was adding it up.
And you've been paying for the daycare for the children since you guys separated starting in June of this year.
Yes.
And to give you credit for what you have supported for the children, we have to figure out a specific number. Is you don't have any number, an estimate or
I mean,
anything that we can
what?
give you credit
We,
for?
they've been going daycare since the beginning of June, 160 till now. What's that? 160 from June till
No, the
August.
time.
So, other than daycare, anything, items that you bought for the children, things like
Uh,
that, if you had to estimate what that all
found,
adds up to.
probably like 800 something, 900 something. I don't know. Like I don't be keeping. I don't want to keep count.
Okay. Is there anything else you want the court to know about your case?
No.
I'll pass the witness.
All right, I'm gonna make a finding there's been family violence. I am gonna grant a mutual non-disclosure based on the history of family violence y'all have had. Now, whether or not you want to volunteer that information, that's up to you, but I'm not requiring you to share each other's addresses with each other. Appointing mother as sole managed conservator. Mother's gonna carry health insurance. Make sure that the father gets a copy of the insurance card for the child, or children, I'm sorry. We're doing standard visitation is what y'all agreed to. Um, Y'all agreed to an exchange location, and then medical support is basically the cost of that, which is 177. If y'all don't have each other's addresses, then I am approving that y'all add an app on your phone called App Close to communicate. That should hopefully help the situation for the future. I recommend that y'all do that as your way to communicate, even though you have each other's phone numbers now. That's a might be a better way to communicate to kind of keep the arguments down as best you can. Um, Child support based on your wages is $807. You're not required to pay daycare after this. So if you want to stop paying the daycare and then pay the mother the 807 and then she can pay the daycare, I mean the daycare is not going to last forever either. So it'll just stay 807. We can't really monitor any direct money that you give to the mother after this court order is done. So your obligation is going to be here to pay support through the child support office, not pay things directly. So, like I said, you're not required to do anything beyond the child support and the medical. So if you want to just have an understanding that you're going to be paying the child support instead of the daycare, that makes sense to me. Based on y'all's what y'all have done in the past. I mean, y'all were splitting expenses when y'all weren't living together, and then you were living together, and then you were splitting daycare costs. I don't find any reason for there to be any back child support. So there's going to be no back child support, no debt owed for the past. y'all were splitting everything when you weren't separated, and then y'all were living together. So really isn't any time where there wasn't some kind of payment made. I know you didn't know what the child support amount what should have been. Maybe it should have been higher, but y'all agreed on a settlement of it, and y'all did a pretty good job of that. So let's just start off fresh with child support for the future only. Court cost bill to Mr. McWilliams. The attorney general's office is going to put that on writing in a court order for me to sign. They will email you a copy. Please make sure you read it, and hopefully that'll help improve your situation for the future. All right, y'all are done with court. You can press.
Finally, the judge delivers the ruling, reshaping custody and payments. A decisive verdict sets strict rules to end years of bitter conflict. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.